Take a close look at this photograph from a formal dog show. When you see a modern standard poodle performing in the ring, the animal is almost impossible to separate from the spectacle. This specific grooming style is known as the continental clip. It features a massive, gravity-defying top knot, a thick mane covering the chest and ribs, and rounded bracelets of hair around the ankles and knees, while the entire back half is shaved completely bald. Looking at this silhouette, it is easy to see why the poodle is often categorized as a pampered, delicate French lapdog, designed strictly for high fashion and aristocratic luxury. But almost every part of that assumption is historically false. The standard poodle is a rugged, cold-water athlete. That famous, seemingly ridiculous haircut was originally engineered with a single purpose: to save the dog's life. To find the actual origins of the breed, we have to move away from the showrooms of France and drop into the freezing lakes and dense forests of 17th century Germany. At the time, hunters needed a reliable retriever to plunge into icy waters and bring back waterfowl. They used a specific local breed, naming it the Poodle Hund, from the German word Pudeln, which translates directly to splashing dog. These early water dogs possessed a unique biological anomaly. Unlike most breeds that have fur that stops growing at a certain length, poodles possess a dense, single-layer coat of hair that grows continuously. This animated diagram illustrates the lethal physics problem this creates in the wild. If left unshaven, that thick coat absorbs massive amounts of water weight. For a dog swimming in freezing conditions, the waterlogged hair creates a severe risk of drowning. Leaving the coat natural was a death sentence, but shaving the dog entirely bald would cause it to freeze. Early hunters had to design a practical, brutal engineering solution to overcome this biological flaw. Looking at this technical blueprint, the grooming patterns begin to make perfect mechanical sense. By shaving the hindquarters, hunters drastically reduced the dog's drag in the water, increasing its buoyancy and swimming speed. They left the massive mane of hair intact over the chest and rib cage to act as a thermal barrier. This thick insulation protected the heart, lungs, and vital organs from the freezing temperatures of the lakes. Those fluffy pom-poms on the legs serve a similarly crucial function. Shaving the legs increased mobility, but leaving concentrated patches of hair over the fragile ankle and knee joints insulated them against rheumatism in the icy water. Even the top knot had a tactical purpose. Hunters tied the hair up with a brightly colored ribbon to keep wet hair out of the dog's eyes while swimming, and to serve as a high-visibility marker for the owners on the shore. We can see clear evidence that this functional clip is centuries old. This woodcut of a water spaniel, printed in 1649, shows the heavy mane in the front and the deliberately shorn rear half. The continental clip seen at the Westminster Dog Show today is a perfectly preserved 400-year-old blueprint for a canine survival suit. The shift from hunting companion to fashion accessory happened when the breed caught the attention of French nobility, hitting peak popularity during the reign of King Louis XVI. French aristocrats co-opted the practical water-retrieving clip and exaggerated the shapes. They trimmed the dogs into decorative styles meant to mimic the towering, extravagant hairstyles worn by the 18th century upper class. This photograph illustrates how deeply that aesthetic obsession carried into modern pop culture. By the 1950s, the poodle was routinely marketed and handled as a high-end luxury good, complete with rhinestone collars and meticulous blowouts. But beneath that pampered exterior lies a highly capable mind. In behavioral studies, the standard poodle is consistently ranked as the second most intelligent dog breed in the world. This elite cognitive power allowed the breed to transition so seamlessly. Because a poodle can be trained for absolutely anything, from retrieving ducks to performing in the circus, its rugged origins were easily masked by human fashion. The breed dominated American households, reigning as the #1 most popular dog in the United States from the late 1950s through the early 1980s. Early breeders recognized this genetic superiority. In this photograph of a curly-coated retriever, the tight, water-resistant coat is a direct result of early breeders using poodle DNA as the foundational building block for other sporting dogs. We see the same principle at work today with the popularity of hybrid breeds like golden doodles and labradoodles. Modern owners are chasing the exact same genetic advantages that 17th century hunters prized. That standard poodle in the show ring remains a brilliant, elite athlete, a living legacy of canine engineering, hiding behind 4 centuries of human fashion.